What common nonverbal cues should I know in new cultures? Imagine walking into a new country and suddenly realizing that a gesture you use daily might be offensive or misunderstood. Nonverbal cues are a big part of how people communicate without words, and they can vary a lot from place to place. When you're trying to fit in and show respect, understanding these cues can make a huge difference. Facial expressions are often seen as universal, especially smiling. But in some cultures, smiling might hide discomfort or embarrassment instead of happiness. For example, in Japan, people tend to smile politely during awkward moments, so a smile doesn't always mean friendliness. In contrast, in Latin American countries, a warm smile is a sign of genuine friendliness. Gestures are another area to watch. Nodding usually means yes in many places, but in Bulgaria, it actually means no. In India, tilting the head side to side can mean agreement or understanding. Pointing with a finger is common in many countries, but in the Philippines, people often point with their lips instead. Be careful with hand gestures too. For instance, the fig sign is a rude gesture in Turkey and Greece but considered lucky in Brazil. Snapping fingers with both hands in France can express disdain or challenge, so it's best to avoid that unless you know the context. Eye contact is tricky because it's viewed differently across cultures. In Western countries like the United States or Canada, steady eye contact shows confidence and honesty. But in many Asian countries, too much contact can be seen as confrontational or rude. Watching how locals behave can give you clues about when to look someone in the eyes or when to avoid it. Touching during conversations also varies. In Spain, India, and parts of the Middle East, touching someone's arm or shoulder is common and friendly. But in Japan, England, or Northern Europe, people prefer less physical contact and might feel uncomfortable if you touch them. A hand over the heart in Middle Eastern cultures shows sincerity and respect, which is good to remember. Personal space is another key cue. In South America or Southern Europe, people are comfortable standing close during conversations. But in Northern Europe or Southeast Asia, people prefer more space and might step back if someone gets too close. Respecting these boundaries helps avoid awkward moments. Posture and body orientation also send signals. Crossing your arms might mean you're defensive in some places, but in Finland, it's just a comfortable resting position. How you face someone during a chat can show if you're interested or disinterested. Greetings are often cultural rituals. The Maori hangi in New Zealand involves touching noses and foreheads, sharing a sense of life force. In the Middle East, placing a hand on your heart is a sign of respect. Observing these greetings helps you participate appropriately and shows you respect local customs. The best way to adapt is to watch and learn from locals first. Mimic their gestures and postures carefully. Remember, some signs might mean the opposite of what you're used to. Using a genuine smile and open body language can help you connect. Understanding these nonverbal cues shows your respect and makes your experience in a new culture much smoother.